Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick, and in today's video, I'm going to give you an update on our 2021 ball python season. I'm also going to kind of talk about the 2022 ball python season. But before we get into that, I do want to show you the room really quick. I did redo it. I redid the flooring. Ignore the, there's a little bit of a mess under the rat area. That is what it is. That's there constantly, just keeping it real with you. So let's look around. Starting here, I have just a stack of 9. I have 10 tubs right here. Now these tubs are, they are currently, and the person used them before me, and I might even do it too depending on how many holdbacks we have. You can put 2 snakes in here, or you can take this out if you decide to unstaple gun it. You can just put one, male in here or something like that, and it'll all be good. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. Now I do have all the tubs for this, obviously. What I did over here, I went ahead and set up the Herpstat 6 because now we are using this rung right here. And what's in here is all of our females that have a chance to breed next year. And we can get more into that in a second. Over here, this is my Vision rack, the one I started with to begin with. In here right now, we just have a couple of our snakes that aren't big enough to be in those tubs yet. And then over here, we have 2 snakes who I tried to upgrade into bigger tubs and they quit eating, so I decided to downsize them back to these tubs here. Over here we have my incubator, and then let's go this way. This is going to be our hatchling rack, which currently has some crested geckos and gargoyle geckos in it. Not very many. If you see my other video, I upgraded the crested gecko room, or it's really more of a New Caledonia room at this point. I upgraded some of those. Over here, and this is very temporary as well, guys. This is where we do all of our rat stuff, and that's the mess I'm talking about. It's impossible. I have the closet to still finish as far as flooring goes, but we had to get the ball rolling. So this is our rat rack. We breed African soft fur rats. We're now to a point where I breed enough to where I can feed my 13 ball pythons, and hopefully kind of still growing from there. We are turning the garage into 100% a rat breeding area. So let's get back into the video. And of course I got my little helper in here with me. This is Willadine. Both of our dogs, Dolly's outside right now with Megan, but Willadine's hanging out with me. They both love hanging out with the rats. They think it's really interesting. But anyway, let's go ahead, put her down. Okay, so 2020 season, we had 3 pairings. We paired our big Inchy girl, our big Mojave girl, and our banana firefly girl. Everybody got paired to our Cypress yellow belly pastel. The Inchy girl, she laid 8 eggs and all of them were duds. I don't know, I bought her as a proven breeder. I'm not actually certain if she was totally proven or not. Or, we moved at that time and she laid 3 months later, so it could have been that the stress of the move, maybe, something like that. Not really certain. Just kind of is what it is. She laid 8 eggs, they were duds, but hopefully next year they'll kind of figure it out. And then our banana firefly girl, who I kind of thought was gonna lay, and I know that some of you guys, when I did my last video on everything, you guys thought she was gonna lay. I'm pretty sure she reabsorbed the eggs because she's back on food actually this week. So didn't eat for 3 or 4 months, and then all of a sudden was acting like she was starving, so I started feeding her again. I offered to her every week. She just usually turned it down up until this week. So she's pounding food again. Now where this kind of sucks is our Mojave girl, she laid 10 eggs and they all looked good. Everything was great with them. 10 days into incubating them, and 6 of them went bad. I do still have 4 in the incubator. 1 looks like it's turning bad right now. The other 3 still look okay. I don't know what's gonna happen. I talked to one of my buddies who's a breeder. He thinks that it was just kind of weaker eggs. They weren't necessarily strong, and there was really nothing I could really have done differently about it. So that's kind of a bummer, but I mean, it's kind of all part of the process of learning and, going through all this is, figuring all this out. So let's go ahead. I'll show you some of the females that we have. We currently have 7 females who could be paired this year. I'm not necessarily certain if we're actually going to do all 7 of them. I think we'll do 6 for sure. 1 or 2 of them might be a toss, or 5 for sure. 1 or 2 of them might be a toss-up. I don't know yet. I have some things cooking where I might be picking up a male. I'm not really certain yet because I only have 1 male still. So in order to pair him to 7 females, 2 of these females I'm not going to pair because they just laid in June and July. So I won't pair them until January of next year or maybe even February, which means I'll still have a couple early season or like some early months of the season to pair him to the other 4 girls, maybe 5. That's why I don't know, because I don't want to overdo it with him, and he has, if he skips a meal, I'm gonna wait to pair him again until he eats. He's been putting on good size since he hasn't been bred in many months. He's put on a lot of grams since, and that's really good. But I don't want him to breed to death. I just, you know, obviously I'd like to pair him to as many as possible, but you know, we do what we can. So I'm gonna go ahead, run through, show you guys everybody, and then kind of talk about maybe just kind of the plans. We'll see. So the first girl is Eliza. She's our Inchy girl. She's put on almost all of her weight since she laid her duds. Actually, she's back. She took a long time to eat, but now she's back. She's eating really, really, really good. You know, getting a big soft fur every week, so that's awesome. This is the Mojave girl. She is already back up to like 22 or 2300 grams, and she just laid 2.5 weeks ago. She started eating immediately. So you still see, I think she looks like a little deflated, but she's going into her first shed. So that's why for those 2 girls, I'm gonna make certain that I give them enough time to bulk way back up before I pair them again. I'd like to get 6 months of good eating on them. This is the Banana Firefly right here. Like I said, she didn't lay. She's not gonna lay this year. That's okay. I mean, she's eating like crazy now, so that's fine. Hopefully next year we can get her something going. All right, now we get into, these are the 3 that I bred last year, and then now as we go down, these are the ones I'm hoping to breed this year. So this is our Banana Super Mojave. Right there, you can see she's looking good. She's been doing some bull wrapping. She's right around 1600 grams, and so are the next couple I'm going to show you. They're all within like 50 or 60 grams of each other. So she's about 1600, so, you know, excited to pair her up and see what happens. This is our Banana Jigsaw, so that's Banana, Mojave, and Pinstripe. She is also about, I think she was 1500 grams, and I think the Super Mojave was closer to 1600. So now, and also too, all these guys are eating really, really, really well, so I'm not scared to pair them up. And I think honestly it could really benefit, you know, I'm not scared to do so because they're eating really good, and we have enough, we produce enough live rats to keep it flowing for them as needed. Now we get into the Banana Leopard Het Pied. Or no, I'm sorry, Banana Leopard Possible Het Pied. Not certain, and that's what I was talking about earlier. I might be trying to pick up a male to prove her out, or I might go a different direction. I haven't necessarily decided completely yet, but we'll see. And now this one down here, this is our Banana 100% Het Pied. We'll have to prove out that Het Pied. We're not totally certain. That's her right there. So she's actually in shed right now, so I'm not gonna mess with her too much. But that's her. Don't really know if I'm gonna pair her or not. So as far as that last one goes, I don't know if I'm gonna pair her or not. I think she probably could benefit from 1 extra year, so I'm more than likely I'm gonna give it to her. I haven't really decided yet. I think it all just depends on if I feel like I need to add another male to make sure. I'm not, this year my goal is not to really like push too heavy. Like last year we only, I only think I had like a couple successful, every female had about 3 or 4 successful locks, you know, and then I just kind of let it ride from there, let nature do its course. Now during this time last year too, you gotta remember we moved, and then the rooms got redone, and then we got new racking, so that's why I'm trying to right now in September, which is honestly kind of a little, you know, the breeding season is gonna start in about 2.5 months, so I'm hoping that that's long enough to let some of these guys settle in so that we get big clutches next year, or just any clutches. I'm not really certain. If I do add a male though, I don't know if that male is going to be big enough to breed this year. So I might just kind of have to play with what I got and just make sure that my pastel Cypress yellow belly, make sure he's, you know, eating and he's settling in and he's growing and he's getting a little bit bigger and just things like that. So I'm not going to push anybody too hard, you know, and that's why I kind of put her at the bottom, because I kind of have them in an order of, you know, this one's ready, 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 ready. If you don't get to it, you don't get to it. It'll be okay. So, but I need to buy a male this year because I'm planning more so for next year. So I can kind of show you guys what we have going on, which would be, it would be the late 2022, 2023 season instead of, well, I guess it'd be 2023 season. If you pair in November of 22, then it might as well just be the next year. So I'll kind of show you guys how some of those snakes are growing. So here's the male, pastel Cypress yellow belly. He's about 900 grams right now. So like I said, last year when we paired him, I think he was only like 650 or 700. So he's really put on some good size since then, and he's been eating really, really, really well. Bottom. Here's our clown pied. She's actually really close to 1,000 grams right now. I think she's 900 and something, like, so she's eating great. You can see she's got more attitude than, I mean, she's nuts. So really hoping that, you know, we can keep her eating and keep her going. And then right above her is the banana clown, which she's not bull wrapping. She just does this. I'm not certain why, because she's, oh, there, never mind, there's her head. Sorry, I'm looking for her head. So you can see there, banana clown, she's looking really, really, really good. Ew, I didn't see that there, that's gross. But she's looking really good, and she's eating like crazy. Ooh. Okay, so in here, we have our pastel clown. This girl, you can see they're both getting under there. Their temps are right. I'm sure they're just kind of hiding out. She is just not eating great right now. I don't know why. She was killing food. I upgraded her, and the next thing I know, she's not eating anymore. This girl right here is our banana Inchy pied right there. So she's doing really well too. I mean, I upgraded her and she didn't eat, and she was upgraded for about a month and a half. Actually, I upgraded her and she just didn't, she ate it first and then she's been off food now for like 3 or 4 weeks. So I really don't know if it was a size thing, if it was a temperature thing. I'm just really not totally certain. I'm kind of just defaulting to putting her back down a level because she still fits in there. But the pastel clown is only like, so the pastel clown is 660 grams. The banana Inchy pied is 738 grams. The banana clown, she's closer to, she's like 850 right now, and then the clown pied's about 975. So I don't really know. I'm just not totally certain why. I do think because I moved them into one of these tubs, and I think that might have been too big. Like I said, both the clown pied and the banana clown, they both eaten when they got upgraded. So I'm really not sure. I don't know if I'm being like over cautious or anything, but they still fit in those tubs, even though it's not, I'd prefer to give them like a little bit more space. If I can get them to eat in 2 or 3 weeks, then I'll be happy, and then I can try upgrading them again. And, you know, once they get closer to 1,000 grams, I guess. I mean, I'm really not totally certain on that. If you've dealt with that before, comment down below. I mean, and remember too, we feed live and we feed ASFs. So, you know, one of the biggest tricks to get a snake to go back on food that I've, you know, at least watched on YouTube or read about is try live and try African soft furs. So I don't know if it's a happiness thing or what's going on. Like I said, their temps are good, their temps are warm. They've still gone to the bathroom in that time frame, so I'm not totally certain. But that is our plans. You know, next year we might have up to, I'm thinking we'll probably fall around 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm thinking we'll do 6 females next year. Pending our male, I'm gonna pair them to the ones who have the best chance at going first, and then if he's got some time for the other 3, then we'll do that. If he locks with those guys like really early on, I don't feel the need to keep pairing him, then we'll be good. But I do also like to get a couple confirmed locks throughout the year, so we'll see. I mean, I am still learning all this stuff, so any advice, comment it down below. Anything at all, comment down below, because I'm brand new to this. I've never done any of this, so I'm having a lot of fun with it, but still just learning a lot of the stuff. And that's why, you know, for us, especially like if we have 6 girls going, and even if they lay 4 eggs apiece on the low end, that's still 24 babies. So we're gonna have the rat breeding operation up and running and some things like that. So that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. That is the ball python room. And yeah, that's it. So hit that subscribe button if you're still here, hit that like button if you're still here, and until next time, guys, stay safe and stay positive.